All right, let's look at Google Classroom and quick grading of non-quiz assignments. So let's go to classwork, and I have my first assignment open here. I'm going to click that one to choose to grade. I'm going to view the assignment. The cool thing you can look at here in the beginning is shows you who has turned their work in and who has not. So I can view this in two different ways. Before I get to grading, sometimes what I'll do if this is due very soon and some of my students have not turned it in yet, I'll select those students, go to email the selected students, and send them an email telling them that they need to get their work turned in, or just a friendly little reminder. Again, I can separate them here and see, all right, these guys are all missing. Let's see what they have done. I can also look at just the turned in assignments here. All right, let's get to grading. First of all, if I've graded these by hand, I can enter scores. All I have to simply do is enter the score and I'm done. If it's not something I've already graded or haven't graded by hand, you can grade this in Google Classroom, obviously. Let me get to that. By starting with the first assignment, I am going to click on the student's response, and it's going to give me all of their responses. So if this was where they answered, I could read through here and give this a simple grade. All right, they got 24 out of 24. I can leave private comments. If they needed work on something specifically, I can comment on their work by selecting and leaving a comment. Let me close this so you can see. I can say, you have a spelling error. I can comment as many times as I want. And if you notice here, here's a handy little feature. If you're going to comment a lot on an essay or something and you have a lot of stock comments you're going to use, you can actually fill your own comments into the suggested comments box. So let me show you how to do that while we're at it. So if I click here, you see comment bank. I can add any comment that I want. And when I add those comments, as I start to type my comments, it'll autofill. So if you want to type in things like comma splice or run on sentence or anything that you want to use over and over again, you click add to bank and you click in. Now there's a comment in your bank that will autofill when you start typing. So let's get back to the score. So I've scored this. They got a 24 out of a 24. Let me spell great correctly. So once I put my comments, I need to press post if I want my kids to see them. So I hit post. And this is a private comment. So I can write anything that I want to put in here. Hey, you did a great job today. This looks really good. You really spent a lot of time. The only person that sees that is the student. This score will stay here until I return the assignment to the student. So I can return them individually right here after I grade, or I can wait and I can select all of them and return those assignments to them. The cool thing is when I get done, another cool thing is when I get done with this assignment here, I'm done with Karina's right now. I just have to click on the next arrow and the next assignment comes up. Now it is going to go through my assignments in alphabetical order. So this person had theirs missing. They didn't do it. I could either, if I wanted to give them a 0, I can leave it blank or whatever comments I want, I can put on just the same as I could on a student that finished. If I only want to see the finished assignments right now, if I go up to this little drop down arrow, I can sort these by first name, last name, or status. So that will put my turned in at the top. So if I go back and start with Karina's again, when I click next, it should take me to the next person that turned theirs in. and I can leave comments, put their score. Remember, if you add private comments, you need to post them so they save. And any comment, incidentally, any comment that you leave on the document, those are private comments as well. I want to show you something here. This is a complete editor of the document. So if I wanted to leave some words on the document, if I wanted to enter something to the document, if I wanted to highlight something, I could. I have it's the same capabilities of having the Google Doc open. What it does default to in the beginning is suggesting mode. So if I were to put something like this, and I wanted them to change to add spelling here, it puts it in suggesting mode for the student. So then that's kind of nice. They can see what they wrote and you can put in your suggestion and they can accept that suggestion or not. But it's kind of nice that they can see that right now. So if they don't want the suggestion or if you don't want it, you can exit out. You can also switch this from suggesting to editing or that you're only viewing. This is for you. This is what you are looking at. This is how your editing of the document goes. All right. So when we are done, again, grading hers, we can hit return. If I don't want to hit return from here, I usually go through all my assignments and then I close this window and I come back. And let's say that I graded hers and she got a 20. I do is I select my assignments and then I hit return and then I'll release the scores to them. And that's it. That's your quick walk around grading assignments in Google Classroom.